Now that's something I would want to see. It doesn't see a lot of road course racing with the Legends cars. I'd love to see some super speedway racing with the Legends cars. That'd be a heck of a lot of fun. Right towards the end of that qualifying session, though, Greg West was able to jump up to the pole, so those darn AI strike again. Matthew Corley, though, going to line up alongside him on that front row, starting in second. David Martin will start in third alongside Chris Widener in fourth. Looking right beyond him, row number 3, it's going to be Aussie Greg Hill alongside Joshua Fix in that number 83 truck. Looking right beyond of row number 4, it's going to be Aaron Voigt alongside David Lovchio. And then rounding out our top 10 for tonight's race will be Jose Diaz Castillo alongside John Henry.
Now the rest of your field is going to go across your screen here, but we got the command of fire engines going in right here, right now. Kevin James, take it away, buddy.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
I love it. All right, that's good for me. I like that. I'm going to start doing that more often. I like that. All right, here's the deal. Got all these cars out here. A lot of them are real, a lot of them aren't. We're going to find out which ones are smart and which ones aren't. It's very simple. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch from up here. And that pace truck's going to start darting out any second now, and we're going to get this thing underway.
Once we get that pace lap up and rolling, it'll be basically time to brace ourselves for whatever sort of action we have here in tonight's race. I do want to touch on a storyline, though. Riley Pottle making his series debut, actually Chantel Pottle's son. So we'll be able to see a duo going on out there on the racetrack here as let's see what those two drivers racing north of the border will be able to do here in Alabama. Going to be a fun one for sure. And I gotta say, on the subject of that Kevin James clip, I wonder how many cough drops that man had to consume the day after that, because that, I mean, if I tried to do that on the air, I think I would be out of commission for broadcasting for a solid week and a half.
I bet. No, I mean, I think I could do it. I think I got the energy to do that, but I ain't gonna try it. I'll save y'all a little bit of pain and sorrow. But
I think we'll save that for the end of the show. Actually, no, you've got FLCC later on tonight.
Yeah, I got to do another race after this. So, and not just any race. It's the middle race of the round of 8 for the full length cup challenge. It's gonna be wild. A lot of point standings on the way for that one. Be sure to tune in here in about an hour or so, or 2 hours from now, something like that, and it'll be a lot of fun. But right now, we got the Palmetto Racing Series right here, and I gotta say, it's wild. I've never seen a mom race their son in a race before. This is a first for me.
I'm trying to think of any sort of occasions that I've seen something like that. I think I can join you in that regard. I've seen some mother and daughter combination.
Yeah, I've seen that too, but never mother and son. That's a little strange for me. I've never seen that, but I love it. It's great.
That'll be a very interesting storyline to keep tabs on throughout this race. I would not want to be a fly on. Actually, would I want to be a fly on the wall in case those two were to make contact in this race? That would be a very tense dinner table discussion a little bit later on here. Or maybe
can we get a close look at the cards?
Times work out there. Now let's.
I'd like to. I want to see what they look like, so I know what I'm looking for. If we can look at the 06 and the 99, I want to see where they are real quick. I want to keep an eye on them all night. Let's see if we can't show that in picture. The 99's a big yellow car there on the bottom, and you'll see the 06 is that white car on the top. Keep your eye out for those two. I think they're going to march their way up to the front. Chantel Pottle's one of the last couple, and that 99, blood relative, we'll see how well that goes.
And Pottle, if my memory serves me correctly, actually did pretty darn good in the other race here at Talladega a little bit earlier on in this season here in Palmetto. So let's keep an eye on that here as that pace truck gonna make the turn to come down pit lane. We've got ourselves a race start to look forward to. Be careful here on the initial start, though. Already gunning it is Greg West, and I'll let you give it away, Kirk.
Oh, dang it. You missed my boogity. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Go drive them cars, you mother hubbards. Let's go. There you go.
Hey, they were goosing it up quick. They gunned the throttle early. Greg West had no weights about that at all. Waited until probably about 15 seconds before he would have hit that start zone to get this race up and rolling. But we're green here at Talladega. West leading them as they had their way on the back straightaway for the very first time. David Martin slotted in P2 as it's actually himself and Chris Widener battling for that spot right now. Look at this, the run from Widener on the high side, and that number 37 truck gonna try and jump his way up into the front of the field. Already got the 2x2 racing as they had their way through 3 and 4.
That sunrise shot is actually really magnificent. My goodness, I've never seen Talladega like that. No wonder they chose 6 in the morning. Here we go down the front straightaway. I got to tell you right now, I think that this is going to be exciting to see how they're able to hang on to it. Already someone trying to look 3 wide here on a lap car. Look out.
See these racers heading off into turn number 1 and 2 for the first time really at full speed. It is close quarter stuff up at the front of the field. AI making up the top 5 as it stands right now. David Martin looking to try and get a run from some of the other drivers right behind him. Now these AI on iRacing, they can do many things. Plate racing, not really one of them. They I'm not really sure if you've ever seen a video of someone hypnotizing a chicken by drawing a line right in front of them, but he can very easily do that with that.
Well, I mean, I gotta make sure that we mention this. Remember that mother and son situation? They are the last 2 cars in line right now. Mother leading the son right now.
Here we go. That's a nice little storyline to keep tabs on. We'll have to see if they can work together and make their way up the field a little bit. Matthew Corley now top of the real drivers as the AI have broken up into their own little pack. You can see these racers a little bit farther behind Corley, top of the real life racers. David Martin slide in P2. They're broken up with the AI competitors of Kevin Ironelli and Christopher Bell. Not the actual Christopher Bell. I think he has some NASCAR obligations that he's currently in the midst of right now. That's the AI Christopher Bell here on iRacing. But let's see if those real life drivers can mount a charge and get a good run. Have a lot of racing actions to look forward to here at Talladega tonight. 50 laps of racing action. It may seem like a short amount of laps, but it really isn't a short amount of racing here.
Absolutely not. That should be rather quick. They will need to take multiple pit stops today. They have the different pit strategies. They use more fuel and tire than you think. Only because they made the setting for using more than normal, so that way they could have more green flag pit stops. So it's going to be exciting to see how that handles. But looking at these AI cars versus the humans, it's obvious. You could tell who's an AI and who's not. As we're looking 3 wide, look at the 53 car shooting at 3 wide on the top.
Yes, here we go. A charge coming from David Martin in that number 53 truck. Is he going to be able to make this work? Will he have any assistance from any cars right behind? Looks like we got a few trying to catch up to him. And now we got a couple breaking out of the way. There'll be 2 lanes of racing as they head their way off into the tri-oval. There'll be a consistent amount of shifting all throughout tonight. The lanes already moving around, trying to find any run that they can get. So important here at Talladega to find that run and time it to absolute perfection. It's no longer I apologize. It's no longer David Martin at the front of that train. Chris Widener was able to jump in front in that number 37 truck, so we'll have to see whether or not that will be a charge up to the front or whether or not that run may potentially stall.
Looking at this right now, I can tell you that something sounds like a baby's crying. These engines sound different than usual. Not sure as to why. Very high-pitched engine right now. Not really complaining too much, but still happen to notice it. As you can see, we had 3 cars drop off the back end of the pack. Joshua Fick, Chantel Pottle, Riley Pottle, all losing the main draft as everybody else is trying to get single file on the bottom of the racetrack, trying to save some fuel.
As we see this line form, I'm going to raise the discussion about these trucks. I don't know why they are standing high pitch, but I can break out the vast and sophisticated commentary toolkit and give a good little comparison as to what these cars sound like. Just give me a second brace here. There we go. That's
what? Oh, the slide whistle. Oh God. I
think it's actually a party foul here. I think it's not actually a slide whistle. It's this random, like, I don't know. We'll call it a snail call. It's not a duck call, not a turkey call. It's a snail call.
Yes. I'd like to just blow on that whenever you see a car get loose or something. But right now we got kind of this weird 3 wide situation going on. 37 car and also the 1 car, John Henry, both AI cars. I'm actually starting to get a little scared, man. I'm looking here at this top 10. I'm looking at everybody involved. The number 1 human car right now is in the 53, and he's running in the back. Today might be the day that the humans might not be able to hang on, but we'll have to see. But right now, AI is dominating.
See, that's what we thought the last time we were here at Talladega, but the humans were able to prevail as a result of some shenanigans a little bit later on in that race. So I gotta wonder whether or not the AI will be able to hold on to this current stranglehold that they have on the field at the moment, and also running a very intriguing line, getting oh so flirtatious with that double yellow line. NASCAR officials, if they're looking over this race, will be having a panic attack every single lap of the line those AI are running.
Well, yeah, no, the thing is you can adjust the singular AI character that you build, the driver. You can adjust their statistics. So what's going on here, I think that they just edited their statistics. I think they went in there and or they randomized it, in which case it just gave them an absurdly wild prediction, like he makes wild moves all the time, which would be something that yeah, he did it just there. Look at that. It's going to get him the lead doing that.
Whoa, what in the world is that?
Oh, he's fine.
Greg West.
He's fine.
Yeah,
he's going down pit road.
Oh, here we go. Some pit stops starting up early here tonight. Oh, boy. Okay, so that was David Martin giving me a Code Brown moment. Started singing ay there. That could have ended in much worse condition than it already did. As
we need a mariachi band with ay. Jeez Louise.
Yeah. As you can see, one thing that the other real-life drivers will benefit from, the AI not very good at actually pulling down into their pit stall. You can see them pull off triple maneuvers, turn, then slow down, then turn, then slow down, then turn, then slow down.
All the AI cars did not take tires. They just took gas. And I think some of the human drivers, well, he might need tires after that. Good Lord, smoking up the front ends.
Front end, the tires got turned into rectangles there on David Martin's car. He's gonna be if this was a real life race, he would probably have his teeth shaken out from how much that car would be oscillating as we get closer and closer to the end of this race.
Battle for this lead's wild right now. They're 3 wide up here.
Oh yeah, that they are. Look at that, 4 cars covered by just that nothing, all AI there. So no fear as that right there, just running off onto the bottom as Jose Diaz Castillo decides to take that. Actually, no, is he running out of gas? You can see the flames spitting out. David Martin's got meatball flag. He's stopping there on the bottom, and the yellow is out.
All right, he was coming off pit road, down the back straightaway, and he may have blown the motor.
Let's see. I was worried about that AI car of Jose Diaz Castillo running out of gas, but I think we may have had some bigger issues here.
Oh, he did.
Yes, he did.
Funny shift. Yeah. Oh, gosh, man. Hey, I'm getting PTSD, man. I don't want to see none of that. I am done with blown motors today. All right.
If anybody tuned in to the Friday Night Lights Xfinity Series broadcast here on Marconi Entertainment last night, Howie and I were on the call for that, and yep, I'm not going to mention any more about that.
Don't even bring it up. No, it's fine. I just don't like seeing blown motors. No.
Yeah, quick little money shift there. Easy way to have that go on. That's the thing with these NASCAR trucks. Still have that old school of shifting. Gotta pull that clutch in, slam the gear, and then bring the engine back up to life. But right there, oh, that is not gonna go well. I'm gonna ignore what's on the top of the screen right now. Yeah, look at these racers now trundling down under yellow. First yellow of the race already out.
Well, yeah, I think it may have been. We're good. Someone blew the engine in front. Yeah, exactly. It was my fault. I had nowhere to run. But Mike, what happened to that car? Hold on. Look at the right front of the car we were just on a second ago. What just happened there? 37. Why is the car higher on the right, on the left side than the right? Something's going on here. That car looks screwy.
Yeah, I think I remember this from the last time we were here. The AI plate setups are, what's a word I'm looking for?
Bad?
Well, not bad, I would say. More so goofy. Goofy, I think, is the best way. As fortunate news for the debutant here in this series, Riley Pottle picked up a black flag potentially for a pit lane speeding violation on entry. That's going to bring that number 99 car down in pit lane. Tough news for the Canadian, as he's not going to have to come in to try and serve that penalty. Even worse news, though, for David Martin, as he is going to be in the pits for quite a long time. hearing that he may have forgot to turn on the fast repair here. And if that is the case, we're probably going to see David Martin rejoin this race next year.
We're going to have to find out. All right, so that's what it was. Entering a closed pit lane, it looks like, is the reason for that. They'll probably have those cleared. I ain't too worried about that. We'll take a look and see how this goes on this restart. But that 99 car, I mean, car's still in one piece. They didn't bring out the first caution. Mission accomplished.
Job well done. That is that's gonna be. We'll just have to see how the rest of this race goes. Now, I guess officially coming up to the first quarter of this race taken care of. I believe it would. About 12.5 laps on the board already. So yeah, I think the quick math in my head, hopefully not failing me there, as we'll have to continue on with the storyline, see whether or not the streak of human winners is unfortunately going to end here tonight, as those AI a stranglehold on this race thus far. But we did see a sort of similar deal with the human races getting shuffled out. Then when the strategy came into fold with some yellows, that's when things started to get a little bit sour for those AI drivers. And the other humans.
Live 99 just rear-ended a car. 99.
What in the world under yellow too? This is rather bizarre. Let's take a look at this here, Kirk.
Running on the apron. Whoa, there's a car there. Look out. Oh, man. John, he hit an AI car. Oh, no. Oh, no. He got his car back rolling, though. That's good.
This war against the machine has gone physical. That's what we've got right now. The war against the machine is getting physical, as hearing as well some of the outstanding black flags that we've seen thus far under this yellow may not be getting cleared. So maybe seeing a decent shuffling of the field, as note from the production truck. Talladega cautions. Is it a moment of... Yeah, there we go.
Absolutely.
I was gonna say, is it gonna be like a honk shoe or a honk me sort of yellow?
Did you just speak English wrong?
I did. It depends on how you sleep. When you
where in
the do they go honk shoe or honk me? This is the important discussion. Most of my commentary doesn't sound like English, anyways.
Well, it sounds like rapid fire. Wow. I mean, that's good, but I don't know what is waffling? What does waffing mean? Oh, okay. What is a waffling? Oh God. Now you can tell our lovely producer, Howie Burrows, is British. All right. I have no. Oh, you tell her he rear-ended someone else again. Oh, no, not the 99. Look at the 99. This ain't good.
And that right there was another AI car. As was it the 9 or the 5? I think it may have been both. Oh yeah, it was both. I mean, I said the war against the machine was getting physical, and it certainly was. I think that 5 car just not sure whether or not in the pit stops that car was fueled with, like, I don't know, milk, maybe like mayonnaise. I'm not too sure, like olive oil. I'm not really sure exactly what that car was fueled with under the latest stop, but very slow on the backstretch.
Did you eat okay today, Ron? You
not at all. Not one bit.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll send some prayers your way. Hopefully that'll help. Thinking, what did you say, mayonnaise?
Yeah, did they fuel a car with milk, mayonnaise, or olive oil? That's a real question.
You know, I am 20, almost 27 years old, and I'd never drank one drop of alcohol, but that made me think about it.
Touche.
All right,
touche.
Going back underway, man. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. First restart of the night. Initial start was fine. Let's see how the first restart goes as we're back up to green flag racing. A little bit broken up, a little bit farther in the back as a 99. Got to lead that lesser pack down back to green flag racing, as it's Aussie Greg Hill holding on to the race lead. Look at Matthew Corley and Aaron Vogt. They're maybe going to try and work together. The two AI cars leading this field. The 2 real-life racers slide right behind. They're pretty much on an island of their own, with the real-life competitors a little bit farther behind after getting struck by their own fair share of falling anvils. So look at Corley and Vogt to maybe mount a charge.
Just like that. All black flags are cleared, so no big deal there. They'll be fine. However, I think the AI cars might still pit, because there's a habit where AI cars might still pit.
I think you bring up a good point there, Kirk, in reference to the AI. They sometimes the numbers get a little bit screwy, as that right there was an AI driver coming down pit lane. That was David Lovchio coming down pit lane.
Yeah, he had one of the clear
David Lovchio. I'm not too sure. Anyways, got some pit stops going on, though, still under green flag. Those AI cannot really master the strategy calls too well here at Talladega. I'm not sure if there's, like, smoke in the air or what the deal is.
Oh, look out. There's going to be a big checkup right up here. That 53 is going to go with a head of steam washes. He's going to make a dart to the outside lane like right about now. There he goes. Up to the top. He had a big run, but it doesn't look like it's enough. But here comes Chantel Pottle.
Pottle mounted a charge. Here we go from the 06 car. Will it be a move from the Canadian to jump her way up into the podium spots? Let's just find out, as we still got that 3-wide racing action. Look at Aussie Greg Hill in that 5 car, slipping out to the outside, trying to make anything work. 3 wide for second with Chantel Pottle in the midst of all that being made. They're going to be linked together. Moment with Chantel Pottle coming up blows with Chris Widener. They keep it going in a straight line, avoiding another yellow by a matter of inches.
Well, right there, I can tell you. I mean, the only reason she didn't go around was because she had about an inch on her side there. If they were just a little bit further ahead or a little bit further behind, either they would be hitting the wall or spinning out. So good for them to hang on to it. But now, I mean, the real concern here is that no human has led a lap yet. Come on, guys, let's get moving. That 22's thinking about it. Here we go. 3 wide. Oh, good Lord. Here comes the 53. Trying 4 wide through the tri-oval.
Holy cow. 4 wide racing.
22 backed out.
Oh, yeah. 22 said, you know what? Oh no! Contact being made in the one of Chantel Pottle on the 53. The yellow is out. I was gonna say track bottlenecks coming out of the tri-oval, and something was bound to go right if those racers didn't try and settle things. But they didn't settle things. That ends in tears. I think the 53 misjudged that slightly, made contact with the side of the 06. Nearly got up in the air there on multiple occasions in that collision.
Taking out our own kind. Oh no! Right there, that's a human-on-human interaction right there. That ain't very nice. Oh, good Lord. Hate to see it.
Yeah, very tough for Pottle, who put in a darn good performance a little bit earlier on this season here at Talladega, and now going to be on the back foot massively. We'll have to come in to fix that car, but going to be restarting a heck of a lot farther back. We're under yellow once again here at Talladega with Christopher Bell top of the running order as we're waiting for the field to get packed up behind that iRacing truck, pace truck. Yeah, I usually say the pace car, but that's not the correct technical term here. It's a pace truck. And usually gives me a bit of a jump scare because from certain angles, that truck looks a little bit too similar to these actual cars. So I think it was a little bit earlier on this year with a different broadcast here in Maconi. It was another truck race that I was doing. I got jump scared by the iRacing truck coming in and just plowing through a car because from a certain angle, it does look rather similar in an odd sense. That or I was just particularly blind that day.
Well, what I can tell you right now, I'm looking at these cars coming up to the line. Now, let's watch this. It's going to be important because we might have some folks forget where the brake pedal is. Let's see. Okay, we got one who lit them up. All right, we good after that? Anybody else? Chantel, she slowed her down. That's good. What about her son? Here we go. Come on, buddy. Slow down. Slow her up. Slow her down. Simmer down. There you go. Okay, good. I was just making sure he didn't hit nobody. Whew, man, I'm a little worried. It's it. Just trying to make sure Riley gets to the end of this thing. She's got a lot of front end damage for the guy.
I feel like giving you a panic attack as we were seeing that car catch up to the rest of the field. I will say, though, it does kind of work out well-ish since Chantel Pottle brought the yellow as a result of that incident. Nothing that she really could have done with all that as the 53 made contact with her heading down into 1 and 2. But under these yellows, at least under the first one, Riley Pottle was doing God's work, essentially, running into the AI and trying to break them up a little bit, as we do have pretty much the entire field making that call to come down pit lane here. So this is the first time everybody's been fully unified in this call to come down pit lane. You love to see it, kinda.
AI is causing a traffic jam on pit road. Look out, everybody else. I am pitting, says AI.
AI pulling into their pit stall is just the goofiest looking thing in the world. They're all taking fuel though. I think the real life drivers are taking tires, which is a bit of a detriment.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I think getting tires actually ain't too shabby. We'll see. It's not going to be a big deal. You only got 16 cars out there. I mean, if there were 40, I'd say, yeah, what are you doing? But 16, not a big deal. We got the 99 still sitting on pit road. I also see the 53 still sitting on pit road. That is all I'm looking at right now. Still has front end damage for the 99. I think the 99's car is just permanently damaged on the front end.
I think it's been like modeled with clay or something like that. Just modeled that car with a little bit of damage, slapped it into the hauler, and decided to call it a job there. It's got war wounds, I think would be the best way to describe it. It's battle scrapes, if you would, on the other front end of that number 99 car. Riley Pottle currently slotted in P15. David Martin probably going to spend significant time down pit lane with the damage that he had a little bit earlier on in this race. Blew up the motor. And actually, considering he spent a decent amount of time down in the pits, I'm not sure if he actually did not use that fast repair or not. I think he may have used it, but if he has used that fast repair, it'll be a very tough road ahead for Martin with the damage accrued in that incident a little bit earlier on with himself and Chantel Pottle to put us under yellow for the second time in this race here at Talladega. See, do we say this race tonight or this race this morning? Because it's morning out there on the racetrack and it's night for us, except for Howie, who I think it's like 1 o'clock in the morning for in the production truck in the UK.
Well, what I'd say is it's in the morning. I'm still under the assumption I'm sitting up here in the booth on this nice Talladega grandstand. I'm looking down at these virtual heads, and I can tell you, I think the most famous fans in the entire world come to Talladega. I think so. Because, man, you look down, I've never seen more shirtless men in my life than when I go to Talladega. I have never seen more women out here screaming and hollering at the drivers than when you go to Talladega. It is one place that is recommended for all young adults and older. I'd say that, okay? You don't want to go if you're a kid. I try to avoid it, bringing any child to this particular track, but I can tell you, looking at what we're seeing on the racetrack, we got them doubled up one more time around until we get the green flag back out there. And then we got, looks like, well, we're going to start lap 21. So that should give us about, and we're nearing the end here. Just a little over 28 laps, 29 laps to go.
Making progress in this race, and I gotta say, I have never made the pilgrimage to Talladega myself. Most of the races...
Oh, gosh. No kidding, really?
Yeah, so I have been to a couple of NASCAR tracks, primarily up here in the other Northeast where I'm from. Pocono, obviously, I've raced there. Dover, obviously, I've raced there. And Iowa Speedway, along with Indianapolis. I nearly forgot Indy. That's my version of heaven as an IndyCar fan. So that's a little bit embarrassing that I nearly missed out on that. Most of my time, though, in terms of like going out to races, was spent going to NHRA races. I spent most of my childhood going to drag races, and they're of the NHRA variety, not of the RuPaul kind.
Yeah, well, going to those tracks is a lot of fun, no doubt about it. But what we got here down here in the great state of Alabama is we got ourselves a lovely restart about to happen. And one thing I'm worried about as they come out of turn number 4 is let's see how well these guys are able to do on this restart. You know, they like to jump it. Here we go. Let's see if they're going to drop the hammer. They sure do. Get a good restart on the way.
Yeah, and for context, folks, there's the start zone. So these AI do not believe in that. They just want to gun it as soon as they possibly can, which, you know, I guess I can respect. Want to mash that throttle pedal early. I put fuel in the car. I may as well use all of it. Widener are going to be leading us at the start of this point of the race. Let's look at that. Darting around as a number 95, trying to find any way in the book to to get past the AI roadblock that's currently in front of Matthew Corley in that number 95 machine. Will he go for a move? Will he make it 3 wide? Let's just find out. As you can see them all scrambling around the backstretch, heading down into 3 and 4. Who's going to be the first to maybe mount a charge? Who's going to be the first to maybe risk it for the biscuit or the Triscuit low-calorie option? That's an AI running down to the double yellow line. Not sure why they like that strategy so much. Christopher Bell trying to find extra speed on that double yellow line. I'm not sure if that's how it works, though.
So right now, I'm worried about that one car. I think that one car might push the a little bit. We've been seeing that all run. That's not necessarily a human car, I don't believe. But the first human car we got is Matthew Corley, and we don't got another one until Chantel Pottle in the 06 on the outside lane. That's the last car on the outside line. 95 on the bottom, 06 on the top, and then Joshua Fix in the 83 just behind them. Aaron Vogt, of course, he's won a few races in the 53. Sorry, 22 or rather. Sitting right there as well. But Riley Pottle really has dropped back away from these guys, but his main pack is really just starting to heat up a little bit.
Yeah, it's getting real racy up in the front as we get closer and closer to that halfway mark. Not sure if we will have a halftime yellow based off the drama in the early stages. I don't think we will. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we will not have that yellow come at around 25. As either way, though, these racers are looking to end off the first half of this race as best as they possibly can. It's Chris Widener, currently the Pied Piper of the field. Here comes Chantel Pottle looking to try and make something work on the high side. Doesn't have anybody working with her, though, so that's a real tough road to try and break away from your own little pack. Have some assistance, though, right behind, catching up. I believe that's a number 9 car that's catching up, and there you can see the number 9 right behind the 06. Will we see anybody else help out? Not sure if we will. That top side may be stalling out here as we go back into 2 wide racing, and still quite intense up at the front with the shuffling going on. It's currently Chris Widener leading that top side. Kevin Ionelli holding on to the lead on the bottom, as never mind. Look at Chris Widener diving down to the inside to cover off that run from 7.
Man, they're going to be 4 wide going in the corner here. Look out. 1 car, 36. They're all AI cars, though, so it should actually work, which is kind of nuts to think about, but it should. 06 car still ripping the top. Holy cow. Still 4 wide. This ain't over yet. Okay. Let's see. I think right now what I'm worried about is just that line up there on the very top trying to work. It's just not supposed to, but it is right now. That 6 car on the top. Ain't gonna work. What was that?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is either. It sounded like I was meditating there for a second, but I was panicked as a 95 nearly got to the side of the 1 truck. We got some pit stops going on. That's a 5 of Alex Horn making the call to come down pit lane here as we head our way off through the tri-oval. Who's going to be able to lead at the halfway mark? Widener leads at the end of lap number 24, the start of lap number 25, as there is the halfway yellow here tonight. Neutralizes the field once again. Matthew Corley, top running of the real-life racers as we got to that halfway break yellow, slotted in 3rd. So it's not complete game over yet, as that's a driver spun off in the infield. What in the world happened there?
83 car, Joshua Fix. Something happened to Joshua. Looks like there was a checkup with the AI cars. The 4 car just stopped, and the 53 rear-ended him. Let's take a look and see how that all went down. But take a look at the AI car, the 4 car. He's just going to slam on the brakes right in front of him. Man, these AI cars have it out for us humans.
Yeah, those. I mean, AI, I think, generally has it out for us, both their jobs and our souls. But, you know, I'm not really sure what else to say to that comment that just popped out of my own mouth. But no, the AI are really out for blood here today. They've been going for some gutsy moves. I mean, I guess it's slight retribution after Riley Pottle trying to take out some of the AI a little bit earlier on, which I commend Riley for that. Frankly, it's we need someone to fight against these AI, but the AI unfortunately trying to fight back, which is probably the scariest part of all.
Yeah, that's for sure. I'm really worried now because Joshua Fix now is the first car. And he was the one that was in the grass, our first human. So I honestly think that today might be the day, man. I'm starting to get a little scared.
See, I'm going to hold out hope as we get into the second half of this race.
I'm losing it lap after lap, Ron. I haven't seen 1 car of humans get up to the lead yet. Like nobody's gotten there. Chantel's gotten 3 wide with the leader, but that wasn't necessarily the lead yet. So I don't know. I'm a little concerned. Looking here at the starting lineup too. I mean, right now that 06 still has a good car. Still might be able to get up there again, but coming down to the end of this thing, I'm just hoping that we can make it on the green. That's a real concern.
That's the real question that we've got going on right now is we'll say off the back of a discussion that we had before this broadcast got up and rolling about college football and all that stuff. Just realized that Penn State is actually playing here. See, my thing is when it comes to sports, I don't really pay attention to too many sports outside of racing, curling, and baseball. That's just about it. Hockey, I have some association with, but that's not here nor there. The 99 got to stay at, though. Pretty much everybody else got to come down pit lane once again. These AI, a little bit trigger happy on those pit stop calls, as they're going to try and make it to the end of this race with this pit stop. And once again, get to see the AI and their rather goofy entry down into the pit lane, turning in and out, slaloming their way into the pit stall. But these drivers do have to come down pit lane to top up with fuel. Otherwise, they will not be able to make it to the very end, as we see those drivers and the AI with interesting runs down in pit lane. And that right there's a 95 going to lead them out.
So remember this, folks. If you ever want to come out here and try and drive like the real life guys do, this is the closest thing you're going to get without having to spend multi-thousands of dollars. You're going to want to get on iRacing. I can tell you right now, those of you that just started on a NASCAR 25 may have just gotten the bug, maybe tuning in for your first time. Highly recommend that you come on in. And then when you do, I highly recommend you look at the Palmetto Racing Series. I think these guys are perfect for rookies. If you're somebody who's brand new, they run with AI and other humans to try and teach you the right lines to run, or at least try to understand some basics about it. And, you know, I think that that's something you can take a look at. I mean, sure, reach out to the Palmetto Racing League. It's something to look into if you would ever like to try and drive a real NASCAR Truck Series car on a NASCAR racetrack. That's the best way to do it.
Now, of course, you'll be able to make your appearance here on these broadcasts on Maconie Entertainment, here to bring the action to life. And if you're a league admin and interested in having your races broadcasted here on Maconie Entertainment, you can find out more by going to MaconieEntertainment.com or scanning the QR code that we have got on screen right now. Professional grade broadcast, live race control, and event organization services. Maconie Entertainment, here to bring your racing action to life. But with this yellow still trundling on at the present moment, we'll count this as a small little break in the action before we head off in what's probably going to be a very hectic second half of this race, Kirk.
I think it's going to be a little disappointing right now. I'm actually disappointed we're not going back green right now. I mean, it's Talladega. You can just double them up. You're good to go. But looks like we're still going to be waiting a little while. But the 99's coming off pit road right now. That's going to be somebody to watch. We also got David Martin coming off pit road. Another couple cars that have some damage that we're trying to get some fixed.
Maybe fascinating to see that number 99 car try and save up that fast repair. Perhaps not aware of the fast repair service that we do have here on iRacing. If you're new to iRacing, the fast repair pretty much just gives you a brand new lease on life. It gives your car a brand new lease on life. Completely repairs everything in the blink of an eye, and you're off to the races for the rest of it. So interesting to see that number 99 car now looking a little bit less askew with the front end of that car. But we have got ourselves a restart to talk about here. Kirk coming to take the green flag in about 2/3 of a lap from now, as they had their way onto that Alabama gang super stretch. And this is gonna be it's gonna be a battle of the titans, frankly. Let's see if the humans can keep their streak going, or if the dreadful AI, the dreaded AI, are going to be able to break through into victory lane.
Well, right now, Matthew Corley is going to be leading us to the green, so that's the best news because he's going to be the control car. That means all the AI cars will not launch until he does. So that is the good news there. So at least we get that restart zone violation fixed. And we'll see that 95 get the jump. Will he be able to keep the lead? This is the first time we've seen a human try and hang on to the top spot. That's what it's all about now. The 06 right behind him, a couple cars back and on the top side, has a ways to go to get back up to him, but I mean, at least we have one human trying to get this thing done.
Yeah, so let's see if he will be able to carry that torch on into this race and keep that streak going here on the Palmetto Racing League of the Humans, breaking through into victory lane, a great league for beginners. A lot of the drivers that you see out there on the racetrack just learning the ropes on iRacing, an absolutely fantastic service. As let's see, now that we've got a human controlling this field, how it's going to work out on this restart. We've usually seen the AI just gun it right away, but going to wait until we get into that start zone. Corley are a little bit low compared to the rest of the field, as we are going to get him gunning it here soon, sacking up the field a little bit as we are now accelerating with that green flag out. The drivers back on their way, and 3 wide racing already up at the front, some 4 wide racing a little bit farther in the back. These drivers not going to take very long to really start throwing haymakers at each other.
Aaron Vogt trying to go all the way up against the wall, trying to make some passes. But up front, the leader did not stick it. That 95 just got passed on the right side by a bunch of cars, but now he's going to have a run, and he's trying to try and head back. Will he try to move up to the top? That is the question. Oh.
Yeah. Who's going to be the next to make it 4 wide? God. Who's going to be the one to stick it 4 wide? Will it be the AI?
I think it'll be Pottle. I think Chantel Pottle is just, watch this right here. She's got a good run right now. She's going to go to the outside. This might be a 4 wide move, and she might not know it. Look out. Nope. She chooses to run with the car. That's smart. That's smart right now. But no,
there we go.
Look out. Hang on to it. Come on. A little bit of patience. That 66 car is going to go right down the middle, and you're going to pass them on both sides. It's okay. Feel slow here, but just stay on the bumper and give him a nice shot. There you go. Don't wreck it. All right.
I peeked that very briefly heading down into turn number 1 and 2. I thought that was going to be about a 4 wide action. See, the thing with the AI, they're probably more inclined, at least as far as I'm concerned, to 4 wide just because, they're computers. They have no fear. I'm not sure. Artificial intelligence does many things. I don't think AI are programmed to have any fear or veins, metaphorical, in their cables. There we go.
They do have panic coded in, though. Drivers go into a panic mode on the occasion whenever they get stressed. So, if a car puts them in an unusual position and cuts them off, they'll panic and slam on the brakes. You actually can do that quite often with these AI cars. But up at the front, still, that 95 is just not able to make much ground. I think he's riding right now. He's not really pushing hard. Otherwise, he'd be already challenging for the lead right now.
Yeah, I think he's taking it easy currently, just whittling the laps away, get into the final 10, maybe the final 5, that we can start to see him really throw haymakers and make his way up towards the front. Look at Chantel Pottle, though. That's going to be a storyline we keep on throughout this race. 3 wide on the high side. She heads her way off through 3 and 4, trying to make up some ground and become the highest running of the real-life race. We're not going to look at those stalling out with the momentum and lack thereof on that top side. Nobody trying to help out there. That's the thing with trying to make a 3 wide. It's good to just think, okay, I have the speed, but you also need the help as well. And in a 16-car field with pretty much 14 drivers in this back, a little bit farther back, that's a bit of a tough ask just to try and find the participation if you do decide to bring it up.
Well, now that we're looking at this, let's talk about this for a second. Right now, there are still 2 lanes. Now, I'll say that one AI car is trying to make a 3 wide. Look at that one car, I bet. Yes, it is. Sorry, it's 5 cars, I should say. So, with that there, 95 is our leading human right now, I believe, still to this very moment. And he is yet to actually try and make any moves. You don't want to get boxed in on the bottom like that. You never know what could happen. We're getting down to the end of this, and now you got to start putting yourself in a position to win the race. That's the number 1 concern you have. So, side by side, 2 wide is fun and all, but if you get trapped on the bottom, you can't go nowhere. You got to find your way up to the top and you do it quick.
Yeah, you bring up a good point there. You just want to be in a good spot at the end of this race. You don't want to throw the haymakers too early. Just be there at the end, and you can be in a very good spot to get the job done. So who's got positioned themselves that well the best? Looks like the AI still have the stranglehold on this race, but holding on to the top 8 spots. but look at those humans that maybe mount to charge as we get closer and closer to the end of tonight's race here at Talladega. 18 laps left, coming to 17 this time by, and we still got side-by-side racing up the front. Craig West, currently your leader on that top side. You've got Travis Ollenberger leading the bottom as they head their way off through the tri-oval, looking at those cars slanted over to the side with these goofy AI setups. They're working out well, though, as they hold on to the first couple of spots.
You know, right now, this is reminding me of the old days when I used to commentate the NR 2003 offline racing series. A lot of AI cars up at the front, and humans haven't really been a part of it quite yet. Chantel's on the way, though, and we're going to have a lot of pit stops. A lot of cars are going to choose to go down pit road this particular time. Matthew Corley's one of them, a few others. And it's going to happen here in the next lap or so. Everybody's going to choose to come down. Look out. Everybody's going to be running weird lines coming out of turn 4 here.
And then when we've got ourselves a pit stops, all pandemonium is going to break loose. All the pit stops we've had thus far have been under yellow. We've got some green flag pit stops. 2 drivers breaking away. Those are both AI. I believe that's Sean Henry and Christopher Bell making that call to come down pit lane in the 1 and the 4 cars respectively. Will that be a trend-setting call? We'll just have to wait and see, looking at 2 cars currently involved in their own little scuffle. That's Riley Pottle and David Martin. I believe that's Martin now making the call to come down pit lane after what's been a rather rough race for the driver of the 53 car. Blew up his motor a little bit earlier on coming out of the pit lane with the money shift, and then got involved in an incident with Chantel Pottle a little bit earlier on here tonight. Both John Henry and Christopher Bell exiting out onto the racetrack once again, slotted P13 to P14. I gotta wonder who's going to be the next to break away. The AI running on the top side, some drivers running right towards that bottom. Will we see any more breakaways? Let's just see.
Just wild stuff. I mean, and none of it's humans. Come on, we need to find. Let's keep an eye on the only side-by-side battle we got with our guys. Joshua Fix and looks like is Chantel Pottle, I should say, along with Matthew Corley right now. The 95 and the 06 are the best that we've seen so far, with a very close running Joshua Fix there trying to get involved as well. But these AI are just really hard to pass apparently. But 83's finally moving. Look at that. 83 just turned on the jets.
Yeah, the 83 cooking with gas at the moment. Let's see if he's going to be able to cook or whether or not he may burn the whole kitchen down. Contact being made with himself on the 17 as they head their way down to turn number 3. Going to stall out with that momentum. The near miss heading down at the end of the back straightaway. Going to spook him out of all of that. Will we see anybody break away and come down pit lane? Yes, we will. We've got the 5 and the 95. Holy cow, that could have been a disaster as they tried to get slowed up into pit lane speed. Chantel Pottle, the 22 right there of Aaron Vogt, and Joshua Fix all breaking away to come down pit lane. So pretty much all the humans down in the pits right now, including Riley Pottle, as we're hearing a black flag in the air for Chantel Pottle in that 06 disastrous moment for her.
Absolutely, and for the rest of this race here, because now we got to see where they stack up. Looks like the first one off pit road, it's going to be the 5 car, AI car. Now, Corley spinning off the edge of pit road.
Because it's on the apron, I wonder if that will keep us green here in this race. Gets a turn back around the right direction. We remain green here at Talladega. Let's see what happened here at the 95. Maybe just goose the throttle coming out of the pit lane. Survey says that may have been it. Yes, it was. Easy mistake to make, but a heartbreaking one nonetheless.
Had a real shot. That's for sure. Now, if we stay green to the end, that might be it. But we're going to take a look at who's leading this thing. Chris Widener just came down pit road. And the next one that we're going to have, Kevin in the 7 car, is the AI car that's going to be inheriting the lead at the moment.
Yeah, so Kevin...
And there is a car that has stopped on pit road.
Oh!
There's a car who stopped on pit road without gas, and the 7 is out of gas.
Oh, and he is heading his way off through turn 1 and 2 right now. That's the 66 of Travis Sollenberger trundling his way backwards down pit lane. We have 13 laps left to go in this race. I think the main worry is Iannelli, who's slow heading down the backstretch. That's Greg West also out of gas as well on the infield. And there's the yellow. Iannelli probably stopped on the backstretch. Yeah, there he is. I was worried about that 66 down in pit lane, but the 7 actually going to be the one that brings out the yellow. Uh-oh, indeed.
That 7 car, Right. Okay. Reverse, I guess. Oh, look out! Oh my God! Like that was too. I am too sketched out on these catching up moments. Looks like that no Chantel Pottle got trapped a lap down that time. It looks like perhaps. Nope. They're good. They're good. Same thing with everybody else. It looks like that they'll be all right. Is this guy having a stroke?
Yeah, that's the AI. That Hello, comrade. I have panic attack.
Yeah, I think there's a bee in the car.
That could do it. That could very well do it. Oh, that gave me bad flashbacks.
Oh, he's waving at his friends. No, go back on board. Go back on board. He's waving at his friends over there in the. Look at it. Let's look on board here. No, the other angle. We were just at it. Hang on. Yeah. Okay,
no.
so he has stopped. Heartbeat is gone. Oh no, he's back. That's my boy. Oh, there you go. All right, well, that was a replay. There you go. The replay of a stuttering wheel. Good Lord. I think it's just funny. One day when they get this all figured out and they can get an actual AI in there, I think it's going to make this, like, scary good.
So we got Aaron Vogt, the top real-life competitor currently. P5 at the moment for the driver of that number 22 machine. We'll see if the humans can truly come out on top here tonight, or whether or not the AI will be the dominant drivers from start all the way through to the finish. If we've got ourselves a AI winner, I think the rage against the machine is going to be even stronger come time for the next round of the season. But here at Talladega, that sun is now firmly over that horizon as we get closer and closer to the sunset of this race. As that's a 22 coming down pit lane yet again. Is there a black flag for him, or is he just coming in for a quick little splash and dash? Lone Joshua Fix joining him in pit lane too.
Yeah, just a little top off. Maybe they don't have to pit again after this, so that's good for them. Just a little top off, make sure they can make it to the end, or if we get a green white checker, that might help them out too. So let me ask you this, man. What are the current chances that a human wins this thing, in your opinion, percentage-wise?
Oh boy, I'm gonna be the odds predictor here. Ooh, that is a very tough question that he asked here, Kirk. I'm going to say 45% chance that the humans win, 55% chance that the AI win. Because as much as there is a very strong chance, with all the pit stop and fuel worries taken care of, it's going to have to be a matter of the humans working together. Which, if there's any position in this race for them to do it, it's right now. Because you look, Matthew Corley, Aaron Vogt, and Joshua Fix all running nose to tail from P9 all the way down to P11, and even include the mother and son duo of Chantel and Riley Pottle in the midst of all that as well. We could very well see ourselves in a spot where the humans can pull this one off, but the AI just been so dominant. We haven't really seen the fuel issues that we saw last time this series ran at Talladega a couple of weeks ago. It's been a bit less packed with AI drivers forgetting about fuel and just grinding to a halt out there on the racetrack. So I would say the AI probably have the upper hand in terms of the chances, but this is probably the best shot that the humans have had on the restart thus far tonight.
Here's hoping. Now, the number one concern I have, too, is what if there's a big one? What if we get a big wreck with the final 10 laps here? I mean, you never know who's going to get in it, who's going to make it through, if there is going to be one at all. We're coming to get the one more lap before we go green here. Hopefully, when they cross the stripe, that's the goal. I don't know who the heck to root for. I can't even tell. I just got to go with humans. Let's go with the humans trying to win this dang thing. I don't know if they will. This might be the day that they finally lose. But we don't know. We're going to have to see.
We'll have to break out into our own little chat. Let's go, humans. Let's go. Bum, bum, bum. The day that gets chanted in the grandstands of a Super Bowl is a dark day for America. But we...
Oh, my gosh.
Ooh, that kind of thing. Just
No, it's interesting.
we'll line it up there with that and break ourselves up into the final 10 minutes of this race. It's gonna be a wild one for sure. I can tell you that much. We have got. I'm trying to think of how many drivers we have got in this field at the current moment that are running up the front of the pack. I would say 14. I think the only dropouts we've really had. Actually, I say that I don't really think we've had too many. I think Kevin Ionelli and David Martin probably involved in this pack as well. It's looking like that at the very least. Either way, we've got a stacked field of racers still out there in the main pack.
Well, down the backstretch, this is going to be what it's all about. 10 laps to go at Talladega. Any one of these guys can get it done. Now, the problem is that they got to go through 8 AI cars to do it. Matthew Corley, let's take a look at that car, if you will, for a quick moment. We're going to take a look at where they're starting next to Aaron Vogt. These two guys are going to be right side by side with each other. There are humans here who we're rooting for as a group right now. You see the 95 on the bottom. He's been waiting back, holding back all day. And then the 22 car up there on the top. Also going to be somebody to watch. Then we got Joshua Fix there in the 83. And then the 06 of Chantel Pottle. Those are the folks that you really want to keep an eye on. Riley Pottle currently is 1 lap down, so not going to be necessarily too involved. And also it looks like that David Martin is currently 3 laps down, so not going to be involved. Here we go to the end of this thing. 9 laps to go. We're back underway.
And back to green flag racing. This may be the final restart of the night. It's the most important one we've had thus far. Who's going to be able to make that big jump? Who's going to be able to jump their way up the field the most? Let's just see as we've got the AI dominating up at the front of the field. Will the humans be able to mount a charge? I think if they play their cards right, they can very well help out their case quite a lot, as we saw get very close to contact a little bit farther behind. I think that may have been slight bit of contact, maybe involving the 17 and the 9 as they head their way off through turns number 1 and 2. Now down the backstretch into 3 and 4. It's going to be John Henry in that 1 car leading the high side. Got Chris Widener leading the bottom, and the humans not really able to mount a charge right now. They got to put something together here soon.
Not a charge at all. Top group, and they don't want to lose the draft too. They got to make sure they stay up to speed, and they got to make sure they stay with the draft. That's the #1 concern right now. 95 is going to get a shot from the 22. Hang on to it. Don't wreck the car, but keep it straight. Come on, man. Here we go.
3 wide, nearly up at the front of the field. If they start to break up a little bit more, that'll give a good opportunity for these humans to catch up, because as long as those AI are running in that powerful train and that train is chugging along, they won't be able to get on that train at the next stop, because that train will not stop. It's broken its brakes. It's got to just run all the way through to the end of the line. But however, with that side-by-side 3 wide racing, slowed him down a little bit. Look at that number 95 of Corley. He's going to try and mount a charge. Joshua Fix and Aaron Vogt slotted right behind. You can see Fix in that number 83 truck on the top side. Actually has assistance with Chantel Pottle. Those two drivers linked together. It's going to be a battle of these two, battling with themselves and battling with the AI to try and side their way through the field, as we're now at 7 laps left to go.
One of the best things about this right here is that they're setting up their runs right now, these 4 cars. There are 4 cars still fighting for the hope. Here we go, 83 going to the top, going to make it 3 wide. Joshua Fix on the top, trying to make it work. They're going to be 4 wide going into turn 3. Now they settled it out, ended up going 3. Luckily there. Clear the middle if you want it. Yep, it is probably going to go middle. We'll have to take a look here. I don't know, but we at least see some movement up towards the front of some AI cars are pulling down and off. And including a real human, Matthew Corley, too.
Oh, not sure why Corley's coming out pit lane. Came in a little bit on the earlier end last time around. But never mind, we've got ourselves side-by-side racing up in the front, 3 wide right behind. Look at Joshua Fix trying to mount a charge right here at the end. 4 wide as they head their way off through 1 and 2. Contact being made. 2 cars linked together. That right there was Fix and Greg West, I believe. glued together door to door as they headed their way off through turns number 1 and 2. Got to stall out that momentum a little bit, but Fix still has Chantel Paulo running right behind. The AI drivers dropping down like flies as a result of that pit stop. Let's see if any more have to come down pit lane. If they do, that may be a spelling disaster for these AI trying to get their first win. The human's going to benefit from that quite a lot. That's another breakaway. That's John Henry. And now there are only another handful. We still got a lot of AI. We've still got that squirrely number 83 of Joshua Fix being that lead human at the moment. He's running all around this racetrack. He is not comfortable in that race cars. We have a yellow.
Got a yellow on a racetrack.
Oh, it's a 9.
Well, AI car decided to take a nice squat here and have a stroke in the middle of turns 3 and 4.
Shush the roof. That's all I can say to this. The 9 gonna trundle his way backwards. Panic attack. Oh no! Don't. Oh, okay.
I think I can read his thoughts. Wow.
Yeah,
not much going on
man,
in
I
there.
should have put more. Yeah. Yippee-ki-yay, Kanai Joe. I'm not really sure what's going on here. Try to look at the driver's skincare routines according to Howie in the production truck. That was one of the most disturbing moments of my life. I'm gonna need a new set of clothes and some therapy after this. So Kirk, I'll pass it off to you as I try and get in contact with my therapist again.
All right. Well, what I can tell you right here is that pace truck's going to come back out and they're going to line back up. Now, we got to keep a look at this too, because remember, we already saw a bunch of chaos whenever they were catching back up to the back of the field. That could happen most certainly again. Out of turn number 2, huge checkup. Anybody? Looks fine so far. I'm looking back through the field as they arrive. 66 still on the way. 22's there. No, look out outside. Oh, golly, just flying on by.
That's a wave around.
I'm going to have a heart attack every time that they do that. I swear. Only because I know who that 99 is. I'm a little scared. Oh, wait, hold on. He just hit the wall. And out of turn number 4, he's in the wall. He's up against the outside wall right now. Live.
It was going so well for so long, and then things went so badly so quickly. We'll have to see that number 99 car up there against the fence. Either way, though, gonna take out an A. Oh yeah, there. Yeah, what in the world? There, just a very tight off through the turn and up in the fence. Gonna go.
He stopped on the front straightaway before the start-finish line. On the outside wall.
Huh. We got some pit stops. Okay, here we go. So, quick run from everybody to come down pit lane. Not really sure what else to say about that number 99 car trying to find a parking space. I think we're on agreement in what we could say about that. Hey, you can't park there. Here's the 06 with Chantel Paulo coming down pit lane as the AI will be following in suit. You can see them with the... I will never get over the AI and how they turn down into the pit. It just looks so stupid.
Agreed.
AI is a wonderful thing. AI was, I'm happy to say that as I got to the end of my senior year in high school, AI was fully starting to get better. So I ended up using AI to complete an essay of mine in a class because I had to go up to northeastern Pennsylvania to do a race that April of 2023. So AI can do wonderful things. Pull into the pit smoothly is not one of them, though.
At least iRacing's AI. Most of the other games can make it happen really quick, but we'll see. Dark. Oh, okay. Okay, Ron. Okay, I see how it is, Howie. See how you're going. Now that we got 3 laps to go, and up front we got a human again. Aaron Vogt's going to start right behind him. Joshua Fix. Aaron Vogt's going to be top 2. Then you got, of course, the next human is going to be Matthew Corley restarting in 6th. And then from there, it's going to be Chantel Pottle and Riley Pottle are going to be the next 2.
I wonder if we should adjust our like odds that we placed not too long ago. Well, is it 45 to 55 in terms of the chances of AI versus a human winning this race? You think we should adjust that, Kirk? Do you think there's any changes that need to be made as a result of that?
I'd still say chances of human winning are gonna be in the 10% bracket. I think AI is gonna win today. I hate to say it, but I think it is.
And,
However, our producer is betting against it, so it's gonna be interesting. Will it be the rookies or the AI? We're gonna get a restart here to find out.
I think we kind of talking about a slight race fixing scandal there with the adaptive AI slowing down. You know, last time I saw something like that, I'm pretty sure it was a Formula Ford race at Alton Park a couple of months ago, but that's neither here nor there. There's one person in this broadcast that will get that reference, and we cannot make further comment about that. Oh boy, that's I just got told to keep my mouth shut, but we've got ourselves. Yeah. You weren't there, man. You weren't there. You weren't around for a bunch of people screaming at each other about a Formula Ford race in the UK. And, doing that every week. Trauma dumping going on right here on the show. Anyways, we've got a restart to talk about here, Kirk, and probably gonna be probably gonna be the most dramatic restart we've had thus far tonight. I think it's fair to say.
That is for sure. Now I don't know who's again. I don't know what y'all are talking about. What I'm worried about here is this end. Because we've seen it before, that outside line really gets a good kick on these restarts, and you got two AIs going to be starting on the top end. They're going to be working together. Got two humans on the bottom end going to try to work together as well. We're going to get to green with 2 laps to go, green, white, checker. Now, who is it going to be to cross the line first? We're going to find out together, but we got humans on the first 3 cars on the bottom and AI on the first 3 cars on the top. I'm a little concerned. I really am, but we'll see what happens. Who knows? Maybe Riley Pottle all of a sudden drives through the whole field in 10 seconds. We'll see.
Riley Pottle came down pit lane and spent a decent amount of time down in the pits. I wonder if that 99 car maybe picked up some jet engines to put into the back of it. I mean, hey, it is a truck. You got that truck bed for a reason. Don't put a gas tank in there. Put some rockets. As here we go. Joshua Fix gonna lead us to green for what could be the final time here tonight in the Palmetto Racing League at Talladega. Who's gonna get the W? Here's who's gonna walk away with the win. Will it be an AI? Will it be a human? Let's just wait and see as we're back to green flag racing. The drivers back on their way. Aussie Greg Hill in that AI car immediately gonna jump in front of Joshua Fix. Bit of a slow restart there from the 83 as he's gotta get chewed up and spat out by those AI cars, preempting the restart ever so slightly. They're going to be keeping the momentum rolling, but it's not all doom and gloom for the 83. Let's look at the 22 of Aaron Vogt right behind.
Down the back straightaway. Here we go. You see it right there. The 83 is going to make a move down to the bottom of the 4 car. Now he's gotten down to the bottom. He's going to be 3 wide for the lead heading into turn 3.
And look at that. We've been seeing 3 wide action all throughout tonight. Both less than 3 laps left to go. It is getting gutsy. Holy cow, look at the AI deciding to break their elbows out. There's going to be some gutsy stuff at the end as they head their way off into the tri-oval for one of the last times in this race. Pit stops going on a little bit farther behind. I believe that's Jose Diaz-Castillo, but never mind the damn pit stops. We've got ourselves a 3-wide bit of racing for the drivers right behind the 1 and the 37. The Pied Pipers of the fields. Look at the 83 diving down to the bottom. Joshua Fix trying to jump up to the front right at the very end. It's the AI versus everybody else. Look at the 06 of Chantel Pottle giving a push to the 66. Contact being made with the 1, the 83. The 83 nearly goes around, but look at Chantel Pottle gonna try and break away from those cars that she was pushing a few moments ago. 3 wide action a little bit farther behind, side-by-side racing right in front. Chris Widener and Chantel Pottle side-by-side for the race lead. Look at the 83 with the run. Holy cow. Joshua Fix picking up a whole head of speed. It is not over at all. Look at the 22 of Aaron Vogt right behind. It's the AI versus the humans as they head their way down into the tri-oval for the final time. The 83 of Joshua Fix gonna pull that gap, and even with the 22, spins him.
No! Oh, no. Oh, God, no.
Widener, your
It's
winner.
over.
The AI have
No.
broken through with their victory, and it's a human
No.
mutiny. But the two that worked together for so long, they spin each other coming to the
horror.
line, and Widener wins it.
No, why? Why? See, I know you're going for the win too. Aaron's 22. Dude, oh, golly. That 22 is the enemy #1 of humanity. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe what I just saw.
Holy cow, that 83 nearly blew over.
That part I ain't worried about. AI beat us. This is wrong. It's bad. It's a bad day. Oh, man. That's the first time all year that's happened. Oh, I thought for sure 83 had it. That looks so good.
That's a heartbreaking spectacle. That's a heartbreaking spectacle. I gotta have to run through it though. Chris Widener, the AI breaks through to get the win. iRacing getting a win on iRacing. Fixing much. Aaron Vogt slotted in P2 in that 22 car. Joshua Fix gonna round out your top 3. Chantel Pottle with a mighty charge all throughout this race, going to finish in 4th with John Henry in 5th. Matthew Corley in 6th. Christopher Bell in 7th. Greg West in P8. Ryan Pottle is classed in 9th. Aussie Greg Hill rounds out your top 10. The rest of the racers, you'll be able to see them